Hi everybody, in this video we're talking about synthetic division, but when the leading coefficient isn't 1 in the divisor, okay? So far we've only been able to do polynomials that have a leading coefficient of 1 in their divisor. So I could do synthetic division with this example, okay? So let's see what happens if it's not 1, okay? So 18r squared plus 21r minus 15 over 6r minus 3, okay? So if I just off the bat try to do synthetic division, I take the constant, change the sign, make my L chart, write in my coefficients. Oh, I need to calculate for this. Bring down the 18, and then multiply 3 and 18 together, so I get 54. Remember, we're adding. So plus 21 is 75. Remember, we're adding. And we get, or sorry, we're multiplying. And then we get 225. And then we add that to 15, or negative 15, and we get 210. So this would be the remainder, this would be the constant, and this would be the r, right, the x variable. So 18r plus 75 with remainder of 220, right? But think about this. We know that we are factoring, okay? So 18r plus 75 times the divisor should equal our starting polynomial. So right away, I can tell I did it wrong. 16r times 18r is not 18r squared. It's because we dropped down this first term, and so this 18r isn't right. I need to get the 18r squared as my final answer. We've talked about this when we've done synthetic division. If I do synthetic division when the leading coefficient is 1, okay, I can drop down that first term because 1 into 3 is going to be 3. That's why I can just carry down that 1. So we have to manipulate the divisor in order to use synthetic division so it works. Okay, so we need to take our divisor. We have 6r minus 3, and I want to make it so that the leading coefficient equals 1. So I'm going to divide out a 6. So when I divide out a 6, I have 6 on the outside. I have r minus 1/2. So my binomial is my new divisor, and since the leading coefficient is 1, I can use synthetic division. So I'm going to take this negative 1/2, change the sign, and use 1/2 in my L chart. It's a weird looking L chart. I made it too big. There we go. So we're going to take 18, and we're going to take 21, and we're going to take 15. Okay? So I'm going to drop down my 18. 1/2 times 18 is 9. I'm going to add that to my 21, which is, 30? And then 30 times 1/2 is 15. Oh, it's negative 15. There we go. So I get remainder 0. So remainder, constant, variable. So I have 18x plus 30. Okay? But you might think, hey, wait, oh, that's 13r, sorry. 18. 18r plus 30. But you might be thinking, but wait a second, we still end up with 18 as my leading coefficient. We still have the same problem we have over here. Okay? Well, the difference is now we divided by 6 to our divisor, so we need to continue that with our answer. So we need to divide by 6. Okay? So this is going to be 3r plus 5. So that's my final answer. But let's check the work to make sure it makes sense. We divided 6r minus 3. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use the tables to multiply. I'm going to FOIL. I'm going to double distribute. We have 18r squared. Perfect. That's our first term. We have minus 9r, 30r, and then negative 15. So I would have 18r squared minus 20 plus 21r minus 15. That was the original equation. So the extra step we have to do is divide the leading coefficient from the binomial and then divide it again. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, let's do 40p cubed minus 20p squared minus 20p divided by 10p minus 10. Okay, so we have our L chart. It's in standard form. It's missing the constant, so I still have to put a 0 in for the constant. Okay, then I have 10p minus 10, so I'm going to divide by the 10. So I have p minus 1. So it means I'm going to divide by, I'm going to use positive 1. I'm going to drop down the 40. And then do 1 times 40 is 40. Add that together to get 20. Multiply and I get 20. Add that and I get 0. I get 0 and 0. Okay. So if you don't add this constant, you might think that this is the remainder and this is the constant, but that's not true. This is the remainder, this is the constant, this is the p, and this is the p squared. Okay, so we have 40p squared plus 20p, but I divided by a 10, so I need to divide by a 10 here. So we have 4p squared plus 2p. That is our answer. Okay, which makes sense. 10p times 40p squared is 40p cubed. Okay. Okay, let's do one more. I want you to pause the video. I want you to try to do this one by yourself and then unpause it when you have finished it to check your answer. So 3n cubed minus 18n squared plus 54n minus 60 over 3n minus 6. Okay? Pause the video and try to complete this by yourself. Okay, so now that you've done this by yourself, I'm going to go ahead and make my L chart. I have 3, negative 18, 54, and negative 60. 3n minus 6, I'm going to divide that by 3. So I have n minus 2. So I'm going to use a positive 2. I drop down my 3, and then I multiply, I get 6. I add that together, I get negative 12. I get negative 24. I get 30, and I get 60. So remainder, constant, but variable n squared. Okay, so 3n squared minus 12n plus 30, but I divided by a 3, so I need to divide by a 3. So it's n squared minus 12, oh, wait, no, plus, sorry, minus 4n plus 10. That is your answer. Okay, I will see everybody on Friday. Have a nice day.